welcome to the Learning has Changed list, the web series where I get to tackle all the things that I would like to learn how to change in education, the community of reflective practice vloggers, in order to create an engine for authentic learning. While I don't often take part in large-scale YouTube conversations like the yearly survey that is put out and gets hundreds of video responses, or the classic memes that go around and then get parodied over and over and over again, one thing that I do look out for is great conversations. And one such great conversation that is going on right now was started by a channel that does Becoming YouTube. This channel is all about documenting YouTube and interviewing famous YouTubers and trying to figure out what is at the heart of this thing, this community. And the latest episode of Becoming YouTube was called Girls on YouTube, and it makes the case that there aren't enough, or aren't as many, female YouTube personalities. And there aren't as many famous ones, and why is that? Why do they not have the same subscriber numbers that their male counterparts have? Why is it that it is so much easier for men to break into this? It treats YouTube as if it were only an industry, as if the only goal that any YouTuber could ever have is to have high subscriber numbers, to get famous. And while a lot of people have taken this channel to task over the idea that there aren't enough female YouTubers, or that they aren't making great content, or that they're not doing things other than makeup tutorials, I don't want to rehash that concept. What I'm more interested in for the moment is the fact that metrics have become such a huge part of this conversation, and subscriber numbers and what your demographics look like. And while I do think that YouTube can be an industry and it can be a phenomenon that we explore in that way, that's not the purpose, at least not for me, of being a part of the community. The purpose is to have conversation and to engage people and to be a part of something larger than myself. And to break it down and say that there are not enough female YouTubers or not enough female YouTubers making great content makes it seem like there is only one single community that exists within YouTube. Out of the millions and millions of videos that exist, how could there possibly be only one community that exists? And that's the thing that I would like to learn how to change, is the idea that we only have one community in any space that we inhabit. Whether we're on YouTube, there's not one monolithic community that is only going after subscribers. If we're on Twitter, there's not one monolithic community that is only after Twitter followers. If we're within our own buildings, there's not one monolithic way to teach or way to learn. That isn't the way that the community works. We work in pockets. We work in small pieces. We allow ourselves to become part of multiple communities, and that is how we should pursue our learning. While it is good to take part in the discourse that is happening in the majority culture, and I would consider this Becoming YouTube series the majority culture of YouTube, it is important to recognize that all of the minority cultures that exist within YouTube far outweigh and are way more powerful than the majority culture. It is in creating these smaller communities of practice that we can highlight the great work that is going on, whether it is going recognized or unrecognized by the majority culture. The challenge that I'd like to put to you if you're watching this is not so much that I want you to create a video response to Girls on YouTube, which I'll link to in the description, but rather I'd like you to think about what it is that you are doing to highlight the minority culture that is going on within your community. What are you doing to highlight the voices, to talk about the voices that are really amazing around you? How are you speaking of them? How are you talking to the majority culture about them and surfacing them? Because I think that's one of the most amazing pieces of this conversation. Almost every single female YouTuber that I'm subscribed to has done a reaction to this, and they have highlighted at least 5 different female YouTubers that are doing amazing work and that are creating great conversations. I think that if we do that, if we highlight the people that are around us, then that kind of culture spreads and it becomes something even greater. If you'd like to become a part of this conversation, please do so in comments or create a video response to this video. Subscribe on YouTube or join us in the Google Plus community. Thank you so much for watching.